Opaline means any color that's found in an opal, and I don't know if you've seen the gem, but they come in so many different colors. Basically it's like a variation of the rainbow, but in gem form. Also there could be like green opals, black opals, you know, like a milky-ish white opal, and that definitely appeals to me because there's just something soothing about the way that an opal looks, and I guess the way that that relates to what I've been doing with the series is that the artists that I platform, they have different sounds, different approaches, different like audiences, if you will, but at the end of the day, I feel like they're all doing something positive with their music, and that's what I care about the most. I think some people use music destructively, and some people use music to heal. And the latter is my preference. Fela Kuti said something that is like really powerful to me. He said that music is a spiritual thing. You don't play with music. And that's also how I feel about it. So I like to be really intentional about the artists that I work with. Saw you making my way to the bathroom. I love you, but I've been drinking too. Sent you a message, didn't get no reply. I wonder why I do this every time. So I'm pretty geeked off the fact that like I can create this community out of things that I find beautiful and things that please me. Like, I'm ruled by Venus, so I'm definitely all about beauty and pleasure. So for me to just have a space where like I can just share all the things that I find beautiful or inspiring or appealing, and to have people resonate with that, that's like super affirming.
My name is Monisade. We are in my lab that now triples as a barbershop, House of Wonders, and I'm cutting Sylvan, my partner in crime, my trusty, my right hand. When I got involved with Opaline, I was like, I knew from like House of Wonders that like one thing we had to have in-house was like a sound person, like a sound guy. Like these types of things like do not go well without someone who is like particularly tasked to make sure that like things sound good. So
the first Opaline show, which I wasn't there.
Yeah, things are just peaking and things like that. And so my solution was like, look, I have a partner that does all my sound, and I called Sylvan, and Sylvan's been involved with Opaline ever since.
Babe, let's take this day to spend quality time, like back when we met, 'cause we've been working hard with no breaks. The world needs, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. All right. So I just wanted to share that. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all energy right now. Y'all so attentive. I just want to give y'all my all.
Well, me and Briona met like 2 years before Opaline was conceived, but yeah, it was like last winter. She just said she wanted to throw a show for Bobbi, and I was just like immediately on board because that's my friend. I was just like, I know also the stress of like throwing an event, so I was just like, whatever you need me to do, pretty much, like, I'm willing to do. So that party, I worked the door. And I just functioned as like a second pair of eyes. And then Briona was like, I want to do it every month. And I was like, oh, like, you didn't tell me like what type of undertaking this was finna be, but I'm down, because if you about to embark on this and I'm your friend, I don't really want to see you do it by yourself. And yeah, from there it was like, all right, let me bring in what I do. And like the writings on the wall, that's like something I do to like create an intentional space. Like, I know it's like it's just like a protective layer for the energy. Normally, like, it encourages people to think about being their best self, and that minimizes like bad things that go on at the events. And that's just like my like personal hypothesis. And so like, I was just like, if we're gonna do this, I definitely want that to be an element of every party, just because that makes me hopeful about like how long we can do this.
Tell me that I you see, and if that is your world to be, it's me.
Are there any paper towels in the bathroom, or that you can see in here? No.
I definitely feel like we're building a pretty like strong like community just through doing it every single month. But in terms of the challenges, just physically can be tiring. It's been less than a year, so Opaline's pretty much like in its infancy, and definitely having the like enough resources, not even just when it comes to venues, but even in terms of like just making sure that things are fair for everyone who's participating. Yeah, obviously I endeavor to have more resources, but everything's out of pocket right now. So there's that.
Daydreamer sitting on the sea, soaking up the sun. He is the real lover, making up the past and filling up his girl like he's never felt a figure before. A jaw dropper looks good when he walks.
So I just appreciate Opaline for being like this deadline once a month for me to level up.
Yeah, and it's easy because you can mentally prepare for it before the next one is even posted or even organized. Like, you're like, all right, well, I know December is going to be the anniversary, so it's going to be crazy. We haven't even done November yet. So, like, I almost be 2 steps ahead of it sometimes.
I mean, you always say.
I never need it.
High in the tower, the live fast in the crocodile. Out to the bodies, the black body reflect the diamonds. Off of the surface before they spoke to the purple serpent. Big eyes looking, just hoping he ain't gon' purpose lurking. The body's moving, the soul, spirit, the quickening. Grabbing the throne of the bodies of those who barely blink. Think he will get you and think he will rob you of your truth. Well, I just hope that you find yourself all in every room. For small.